Well, that was a show, Chris.
I guess?
It was. I am John Ritland, that is.
The Durbinator.
Yes.
Boardinator.
Yes, which it's actually fitting, as you said, off camera, that Portland is...
Only a half hour away from the town of Boring.
There is a town named Boregon, Oregon.
Yes. There's also Normal, Illinois, and Partyville, Wisconsin.
Partyville? Do they have parties out in Wisconsin? I have no idea.
Probably Milwaukee.
This is that one night in Milwaukee. This is how little we cared about this show. This show was bad.
Yeah, we're referencing one of the worst angles in SmackDown history.
Yeah. Aiden English doing great on commentary, by the way. We get recaps of Reigns, Taker, Shane, and Drew. Why is Undertaker back?
Because it's such good shit. You'll get people watching again, right? The Undertaker might show up at any time. Buy tickets today.
Stomping Grounds had maybe...
Get your tickets. See the Undertaker, a possibility of him. A man may rise from the dead. A big dog does battle. Welcome to Cirque du McMahon.
Vince Del Soleil.
Mason Ryan. God damn it!
Oh god, he's part of Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil.
Whatever the hell is pronounced.
Part of Ka.
What?
The name of the show is Ka.
Oh.
Okay.
Like creative wrestler? No.
I actually went to see Ka at one point. Anyway.
But yeah,
on to less entertaining things.
Yes, Undertaker. Look, Stomping Grounds maybe had 7,000 people there. They had the entire right side, the entire camera side shooting out covered off, except for the front, few rows that you saw. That place holds 23,000 people, so it probably held maybe at the most 8,000 people, and they were offering upgrades to people to get them on camera.
Yup. What? I could get on camera? Okay.
Yeah. The Angel of the Winds Arena that Raw had last night, 10,000 seats, 3,500 people. And I guarantee you this had maybe 5,000. I don't even know if it had that.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, there were shots that had nothing. Anyway, Shane is a ratings killer. He is. And I'm not even saying he's not trying.
Well, when the crowd starts chanting, "No more Shane, no more Shane,"
this is going to have to lead to Vince dying in the chair. He's not going to leave. He will die in this position.
I mean, and Shane won't know what to do, so he'll just keep going with the same angle.
It just... Noah, I think, said this.
Come on, Roman. It's only been 40 years. We can do this.
Noah said something perfect. Noah, you know who you are, because I forget
your name is Noah, apparently.
Noah is safe. Anyway, it's a great play on words. He said that it's going to take something like the shareholders and everybody sitting Vince down. You said that too. Everybody sitting Vince down and just saying it isn't working.
It's not us, it's you.
Yeah, it literally is Vince causing this. Because I'm not even sure WWE is salvageable at this point.
It could be. It's going to take a lot of rehabbing.
It's going to take 2 years.
Yeah, probably.
At least.
And by that time, AEW will probably have a good foothold. And Ring of Honor will probably still be non-Sinclair broadcasting on local channels.
Yeah.
And New Japan will be rising.
New Japan has almost sold out Royal
There's
Quest.
some new blood rising, but it's not going to end in failure this time.
We may actually review that, as we said. Shane said, as far as The Undertaker, Roman Reigns, there will be hell to pay. Nope, that was this show. New Day, same promo, basically. Nothing bad, same promo. Dolph, again. And he says, if he wins, he will be added to the match with Kofi and Joe at Extreme Rules. You guys know you have a whole fucking roster and a whole normal roster that can do shit, right?
Well, half of them are fucking. Have you seen how many of them are dating each other?
This is true. It's like a human centipede thing.
I even think Seth and Becky might be dating at this point.
You know what? There are illusions. I need a little more convincing before I find that out. But Dolph, look, I regret asking where Dolph was for months. And as nothing gets him in the ring, I don't care about
I still like Dolph. I just don't like this angle.
That's basically it. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good TV.
I am one of those few people who unironically thinks Dolph is a much better wrestler than people give him credit for.
Dolph's a great wrestler. I've never said that he can't wrestle.
I didn't say anything about you.
I know.
Man, nothing about you.
I'm getting defensive. And by the way, you can't figure out what movie I might be going to watch after work. Or after this show. Yeah. Which is actually turning... the channel...
Sleep, who needs it?
Yes. Sleep is for the weak. So... But yeah, it's going to be a 2 out of 3 falls match because, again, and then Shane and Elias are backstage. Miz says to Elias, you tell Shane I want a match with him. And then it's going to be Elias and Miz in a 2 out of 3 falls match. I'm not kidding. They are literally doing 2 of them in a show.
Yep.
And then we get Big E and Xavier versus Daniel Bryan and Rowan. And of course, Daniel Bryan still gets cheered. Because even though Washington, Oregon, whatever, he still got cheered. New Day wins. Bryan nearly lands on his head. Big E did that bad move.
Almost.
Nearly.
I think Daniel Bryan over-rotated on that one.
Yeah, and I mean, there's one thing you never want to do. In wrestling or in the bedroom is over-rotate. I learned that the hard way. Do you want to?
Way.
It's a good throw there. But then, Zayn and Owens attack.
Right.
And then Heavy Machinery come out. Oh, look, we get an 8-man tag match.
Gimmick matches! That's what WWE needs, bro!
I hate to say this, but if Russo is booking for WWE again...
It shows.
No, he's not booking for them again.
Yeah, there's nothing on the poll yet.
Right. Not yet. None of the women are on a poll yet. And thankfully, because the women are sort of treated with respect.
Flag match! Can't wait for the next flag match that'll happen between Shinsuke Nakamura and Finn Balor, because it will happen.
It will. God damn it, Chris. You just booked the match that was going to happen in Extreme Rules.
Probably.
And they're going to keep dropping the flag on the ground like Rusev. I almost said Russo. Rusev and Russo's buggy whipped arms couldn't pick up a flagpole. But yeah, Rusev and Cena kept dropping the flags down, which that's respectful. Yeah, but Zayn gets pinned again. Look. It wasn't a good show. I'm sorry.
Zayn's a literal fall guy.
If Zayn's contract is done soon, go somewhere else, please. Please.
Yeah. I know KO signed a multi-year contract. But
that's fine.
KO's do what's best for you. That's all I gotta say.
And then Alexa and Nikki. And Nikki says she got a match with Bayley, and if Nikki wins, Alexa gets a match against Bayley at Extreme Rules. Nikki Cross is a fucking idiot.
She's crazy. She's a crazy person.
No, she's not even a good kind of crazy person at this point. She's a moron. On camera. I mean, she's actually a sweet person the other way. Nikki Cross's character is this close to having to be completely rebooted.
Which is bad, because she had a great character, which was crazy.
Meaning, remember how long it took for them to rehab...
Everyone loves a crazy Scots person!
You just love her because she's crazy, Scottish, and beautiful.
Yes.
I mean,
those 3.
Yes, true. My thing about it is, though, this doesn't do anything for anybody involved in Nikki Cross. Like, they didn't do anything with her really when they called her up. Then, after Mania, they didn't do much with her. Now they had this thing with Alexa, and look, we know what it is. Alexa's very good on the mic. Mm-hmm. The ring...
She can be well carried through a match. Like, she's not a bad wrestler, but she's not... Like, if you were to judge her based on wrestling talent alone, she would not be top of the card. She'd be a mid-carder. But her character work is what elevates her.
Oh, no, totally. Her... it's kind of like AJ Lee and Alexa and AJ Lee.
It's perfectly acceptable that
right.
She's in main event stuff because she can carry that.
This is still making Nikki Cross look stupid, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure we'll get to something on that eventually.
And Alexa will beat her in 5 minutes on the pay-per-view.
Probably.
And then an Ali vignette. I like the faith that WWE is putting in Ali. Vince will not push him.
I also like the faith that they put in Ali. He's a good man.
He is. Vince will not put him in the main event.
I'm sure he'll put him on main event.
He'll put him on main event. No, he'll put him in dark matches. Oh, Ali would have gotten Kofi's push. If you think that Ali would have won the WWE Championship at WrestleMania, you guys are joking. Do you think Ali would have won the championship at Mania?
Man can dream.
Oh no, I'm asking you seriously. I'm not faulting you.
The momentum that Mustafa Ali had going into that before he got injured, it could have carried him further.
Oh no.
The reaction that Kofi got, Ali would have gotten something close to it.
I'm not faulting Ali. I'm faulting
but
creative.
Let's not focus on that.
But then we get Elias. He says, I'm going to sweep the Miz like the Warriors swept the Blazers. It's not like we were around Elias, when he took a shot at the Sonics. And then and it was like 7 goddamn minutes all the way through the commercials, and Elias is even looking around. Elias knows his good shit. Anyway, Miz versus Elias with Shane, 2 out of 3 falls.
Coming to our house, and it's all the team that we loved.
I didn't give a shit about the Sonics, so it didn't affect me, but I can see why people minded. But we then get Miz, Elias, and Shane there. If this does not end with Shane being carted out on a stretcher, kayfabe, seriously, because I actually...
And then you just hear, I'm not finished with you! But it's just the Miz.
It's just, this has to end with Shane never being on TV again. Because this is legit what it has to be. I mean, kayfabe, something. Shane's going to die doing that coast to coast, by the way.
He needs time off and a permanent time out of the ring.
He needs permanent time off TV.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Shane McMahon can be a good authority figure in terms of also being a good authority figure.
But we're the authority, Chris.
Whatever.
I know we're not.
That's neither here nor China.
Yeah, just... By the way, Elias wins first fall via distraction. Miz's babyface run is dead.
Yeah.
Dead. Stick a fork in him. Stick a pitchfork in him.
Yeah.
Dead. Miz wins by DQ because
Very
Shane
clean.
attacks him. And then Elias wins. We had to look this up. Elias won after a beatdown.
Yes.
We forgot that Elias won with an elbow
Instead
drop.
of by DQ.
Yes. No more
Miz.
Shane chants during this.
No more Shane. No more Shane.
Vince, you have caused this, and if it takes you basically becoming, going into a coma to get rid of you, well, it might happen. And he will be saying in his head, it's such good shit. Even
But they booked Shane the best way one could book a heel apparently in 2019.
Badly?
By booking him exactly in the same kind of feuds and win setups as Roman Reigns did.
Okay.
Because when you think about it, overbooking is what caused people to boo Roman.
Okay.
Vince probably only paid attention to that. As like,
Overbook Shane McMahon. Overbook my son.
Okay.
People will boo him.
Okay.
And then he'll get beaten. And everyone will love him because they're all still coming to the shows.
The problem is everybody's not coming to the shows.
I know.
I mean, he's that stupid. Shane, this is going to end with Shane becoming WWE champion, by the way. You know it's going to.
Yeah.
And that will basically, they might as well take the WWE title and get rid of it after that. Just get rid of it.
Yep. So what else do we have?
Balor and Nakamura. Nakamura still exists.
Yes, Nakamura and Balor are going to be feuding.
It's going to...
Nice.
Japanese flag versus the Ireland flag, Chris.
Probably.
Yeah. Miz may be hurt, possibly, because they went back to him afterwards. Yeah. Nikki Cross and Bayley. If Nikki wins, Alexa gets a shot at
That's a good
Extreme
idea.
Rules.
Get Miz off TV for a while because the only person he has to feud with is Shane. So he can't really feud with somebody else at this time. Plus he gets some rest and stay with his family for a bit.
I mean, he could feud with other people.
I mean, if Rusev can get time off, Miz can get time off.
That's true. I don't mind people getting rotating time off, but it's just, you gotta use people better than they're using them. They don't have...
lead to a Shane McMahon versus The Miz feud for the WWE title.
And Shane will win. You have faith that they're actually going to make Miz WWE champion? I'd like to see it.
When he has a face comeback, they report next week that he's injured. He's going to be out for a few months after Shane somehow connives his way into getting the title. He's going to be standing in the middle of the ring triumphant, and The Miz is going to dash in, skull-crushing finale. Crowd's going to go nuts. And then you'll get that feud leading up to him claiming the championship.
Okay.
And the crowd will back it.
That's why Roman's going to be champ for the title.
Shut up.
No, your idea is fantastic, Chris. I love your idea. But you know they're going to have Roman do it.
Shut up. Shut your fucking face.
Nikki wins, by the way, and nothing of value.
I'm a real dad!
Just because I'm old. Come on. Anyway. Not that old. Yeah, Nikki wins, by the way. Nothing of value was gained. Nikki Cross, again, looks like a doofus.
Yeah. Sure, but she was feeling like a real dingus.
And man, Nikki Cross, shooting her shot, just like Dane did when anyway. We get Carmella, Sonya, Mandy, and then we get Drake and Truth talking backstage.
And this one was just a simple, Drake was trying to lure him into getting the belt back. R-Truth loves that belt more than Drake loves his wife, so he kept the belt on him and ran off after kind of baiting him into like, you know what, get a ref. We'll get this we'll make this happen. And he goes, psych! And then runs off with the belt. And then everyone else chases after him. And Drake Maverick is left there, sitting in a pool of his own tears.
I hate this. It's a
I love
bad
this.
use of talents. It's a bad use of people.
But if we kept this between Drake Maverick and R-Truth, I don't think John would have anything to complain about. No, he'd have something to complain about. But,
The title has no reason to exist.
it's a mechanism for a feud. It's not a mid-card title, it's not a high-card title, it's an internet title of sorts.
Yeah, but Zack Ryder already had that.
Yeah, but it's not an official belt, I'm sorry.
24/7 championship shouldn't even be an official belt anyway.
You're correct.
It just... Oh, by the way, then we get Ember versus Sonya. Mandy out there. Ember gets beat in less than 3 minutes.
Fuck you!
Nothing against Sonya. I love Sonya.
Fuck you, WWE.
I love Ember. Mandy's also there. Mandy, really, really quickly, I thought Mandy was never going to improve in the ring. She has, and I eat crow on that. But then, they're having Sonya and Mandy celebrate in the ring, and they seem to be implying that Sonya and Mandy might be getting together, possibly. If they do that, no. Don't you fucking do that.
In regards to making something like that a storyline, not...
Yes. I have nothing against WWE using Sonya as a lesbian.
Because, like, there's only one real-life couple that has any place on TV as a couple.
Shane McMahon and Drew McIntyre.
Mike and Maria Kanellis.
Okay, wait, they're actually married? Next thing you're going to tell me next you're going to tell me Seth...
have a kid.
Seth and Becky have a kid?
I didn't say that.
Do they? Wait, they're
Stop
together?
putting words in my mouth.
I mean, they put something else in. Anyway,
Yeah.
don't do this. Don't do this, WWE. Don't. I have nothing against using Sonya as an LGBTQ icon, this kind of stuff, as her being an actual, member of the LGBTQ community as a wrestler.
Don't force a storyline about it because it's gonna come off as
Insensitive?
insensitive. Yes.
Uninteresting, okay, but just if Sonya and Mandy sign off on it, is what it is. That's not even it. I just don't think it's a good idea.
It comes off as artificial, and people will call you out on it. It could be ill representation.
Yes.
I mean, it would be better representation than some of the LGBT representation you've tried to do in the past.
I mean, they got shit for the Billy and Chuck wedding, mainly because they weren't actually gay. Even though I love the wedding and I love the whole thing of Bischoff being the priest, I do get why people didn't like it.
Yeah.
Don't do this. Just don't.
Yeah.
And Alistair, running around, someone knocks on the door. Can it be creative with something better than this?
Let me in.
Okay, something better than that.
R-Truth trying to find a place to escape to hide his 24/7 title. And then everyone will come to fight Aleister Black.
And he will black mass everybody.
Yes.
In a studio room. Okay. The only reason somebody actually did suggest Bray, and I think it was on the chat for the game stream.
I don't think Bray Wyatt would be the best choice for that, though, because one of them has to lose, and that's a big problem when you have character reinventions like this.
Yes.
You gotta have them have separate feuds and make sure that there's separate victories, that they continue to get victories until the character is well established enough that people could buy into their first loss.
I see Bray losing his first match when he comes back.
I highly doubt that.
I hope not. I don't know if there were any puppets backstage, SmackDown.
They've invested too much time into him to do that. Like, willingly putting the time to do that. Unlike, say, like Rusev, who got himself over. All the time they put in was Happy Rusev Day.
2-3 times.
Yeah, whatever.
And every time they bear. No, I'm just with Rusev.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, then Ziggler, Kofi. I don't know who Alistair's going to feud with. Probably Orton. Who the hell cares? Ziggler and Kofi in 2 out of 3 falls. If Dolph wins, he's added to the match. Kofi wins first fall. Dolph wins second fall. Right after they're back from commercial, Kofi finally wins the third fall. Okay, a good match for what it was. It was well wrestled. Good near falls.
It was unneeded, though.
End this, and get Dolph out of the company. Out of the company. Just get him out of the company. Just get him out. Put him on NXT.
Yeah, that's a great choice.
Put him
Put him on NXT. Have him act as the veteran to coach a lot of the younger talent that's not well versed in the independent scene.
Face Velveteen Dream.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Just
I can see Dolph having a lot more potential in NXT.
he knows.
Without,
Sorry.
grinding down our patience on SmackDown, because as much as I love Dolph, brother, it's main roster's not for you anymore.
It's
not
not
that you're bad, but it's not for your skill set.
It's not even the fault of anybody really, except for Shane. Shane can go eat glass for all I care, but it's the fault of everybody else.
Don't do that. He's done that before.
Oh God, the whole bunch of that was pretty bad. No, this was not. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Begrudgingly, I'm giving it a D. Begrudgingly.
I'm not begrudgingly giving it a D. I don't think it was an absolute failure of a show, but it was too boring to grade anything other than a D.
Vince deserves to have nobody watch his show.
It didn't physically infuriate me as much as, say, an episode of Raw might. But
Started to infuriate me.
I know, but a lot of things infuriate you.
Wouldn't
You
have
really need to
to.
take a vacation.
I'm going to actually be starting to take occasional days off here and there. And I'm actually using back on the channel content
Yeah.
for the next few weeks, prepare for the G1.
But anyway,
D.
DePaul is up here.
Yes.
And if you like DePaul, there's a grade over here. You can also grade SmackDown. Or leave a comment down in the comments. Hit the like button or the dislike button if you dislike that. Or hit the subscribe button and the bell. I am the Durbinator. That is John Ritland. It's been real honestly with John Ritland, and the ending without John Ritland.
I will be back with an Annabelle Comes Home review probably sometime tomorrow morning.
And you all have a great night.